Hey everyone, welcome to the quarterfinals of the ST2AI tournament. Um, we've fought our way through 2 weeks of group stages, and we have our top 8 bots left. And with me to go over them is Kedrock. Welcome, Kedrock.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great to have you with us again. Um,
Yeah, looking forward to these
so
games
yeah,
tonight.
should be some fun games. Tonight we have Sharpened Edge versus Swarm. Actually, let's first take a look at our bracket, if we can. I will do that here. So in the group stages, Sharpened Edge, Strelok won Group A. Spiny and Swarm bots got through Group B. Spiny pretty easily dominated. Micro Machine had a bit of a harder time with additional pylons than you might have expected. So additional pylons came through in second. And Fiddlina and Mad AI from Group D, which brings us to the quarterfinals. We're seeing tonight Sharpened Edge versus Swarmbots and Micro Machine versus Mad AI. And tomorrow night coming up with Spiny versus Strelok and Dominion Dog versus Additional Pylons. Any you're particularly looking forward to there?
Well, we got all the top dogs in there, right?
Yeah,
Micro Machine, Spiny, Dominion Dog, Sharpened Edge. Those are like the best for each race,
yeah.
and the top two Terrans.
Well,
Additional pylons is one to look out for. I've seen him take games off of all of the top bots recently.
yeah.
Not consistently, but it happens here and there. So he could be an outside pick.
Should be some very fun games coming up. There is one top bot that's missing from that tournament list, and I'm sorry to bring it up. It
That's all
was
right. My bot's
yours.
kind of in transition right now, anyways. Plus, we got other events coming up, so it's not the
Uh,
worst time to get
yeah,
knocked out early.
I was really unlucky to have that kind of a bug show at the worst possible time. So
Last tournament, I got knocked out early, kind of sucked because then there's like 2 months of break of nothing going on. It's like, oh man,
yeah,
why'd I get knocked out of this tourney? It would been great to be here for this.
yeah. So
That's all right. I get
anyway,
to spectate now.
yep. Shall we go right into it?
Yeah,
So
I'm
give me a
ready when you
shout when
are.
you're ready to go. Okay. I'm getting capture up.
So this
Should
is
be
going
up.
to be
It's gonna be
Sharpened
game
Edge
one.
versus Swarmbot.
Sharpened Edge versus Swarmbots. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So up in top left, it is our Protoss. Our Protoss defender. It is Sharpened Edge. And down in the bottom right, Swarmbot already giving it some salt, saying it's a bad map for his cheese.
Yeah,
Swarmbot. So I wonder what kind of cheese we're going to see.
yeah, and I wonder why it would be a bad map for it. I mean, we may not see it because it's a bad map, but
Yeah.
maybe this based on his results, or maybe there's some sort of. Oh
I
wow.
don't
Okay,
know.
never mind. We're
Oh,
definitely going to see it.
well, we're going to see cheese on both sides because there is a pylon coming down over this side as well. Like, I'm guessing that they see it. Like, Sharpened Edge doesn't have any kind of reaction yet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's spotted by the Overlord. Whether there's anything coded in the bot is, I would say, unlikely. Usually, if you're committing to a proxy hatch, you don't really care about much else at that point. You can just put your focus on your cheese.
Yeah, there's not much you could really do apart from just go for it at this stage.
But the proxy
So,
hatch is definitely not going to contain the aggressive zealot push that's going to be coming out of Sharpened Edge here. This is 3 gateways on the proxy, no gas being taken, so it's going to be zealot spam.
yeah, I think we're going to see a base race. And it's a 4 gate. Oh, I love this. And yeah, so this hatchery is going to finish.
Not sure if you can actually support 4 gateways worth of production, but
Yeah,
is there anyways? Roach Warren going down though, however. If there is a good Roach micro, Roaches are pretty good at cleaning up zealots.
yeah.
And as Swarmbot is choosing himself, there's going to be a lot of early Roaches to go along with a lot of early zealots.
This is
So
going to
composition
be
wise,
fun.
I favor Swarmbot, but I don't know, just that aggressive position out of Sharpened Edge, I see this being trouble for him.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see. So most of the units are going to come from Swarmbot's main base. So they will meet in the middle. There are going to be some units coming from this hatchery here, but you've got to understand the bulk of the army is probably going to be coming from his main, right?
Yeah, there's a huge resourcing issue going on with Stormbot here too. He put 6 in gas, which I don't think is correct. You should only do 4. And he never saturated his mineral line. So he's going to be floating a ton of gas and have very little minerals to build these roaches. If he goes Ravagers, that can spend through some of this gas bank, but I would love to have seen a lot more mineral workers here.
So he is going Ravagers, but I think we're seeing that the 4 gates from Sharpened Edge are all being used to bring these zealots back home. So we might not see the base race that we planned to.
Yeah.
Some of the Ravagers are going down. I think Sharpened
One
Edge...
bile just killed 2 zealots.
Wow. I think Sharpened Edge might be in some trouble.
Yeah, well, he's cornered another one of Stormbot's Ravagers. Unfortunately, the Ravager got the killing blow, though.
So, but they're all on the mineral line as well, so Sharpened Edge workers are all going down.
Yeah, I mean, the big tactical error was bringing the Zealots home.
Yeah.
The whole reason I like this for Sharpened Edge is because I felt like his attack was going to hit first, and there's going to be nothing across the net. The proxy hatch couldn't help.
But yeah, no
being
workers.
On the defense, he's just going to get overrun.
Yeah. So no workers left now for Sharpened Edge, and not enough minerals to build any more workers either.
Yeah. So I see the point of the very gas-heavy build out of Swarmbot now. It was to build no roaches at all. Like every roach is going to be turned into a Ravager, not just the ones you have extra gas with.
Okay, so I think this is it. Swarmbot taking game 1 in, I think you have to call it an upset. Well, unless...
Are you at 415?
Yes.
Okay, there's still a lot of zealots left. I mean, okay, never mind. There were a lot of zealots left. So to say, like all 9 of those zealots attacked at once, it would be good for them. There's even a zealots not being microed, unfortunately.
No. So that's just standing there doing not much.
Yeah, no base left. Okay. I'm still in economy at a Stormbot. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Good show, though.
So
nice cheese versus cheese. That's what we expect.
Yeah. The only way back for Sharpened Edge is if Swarmbot doesn't find his proxy, but I'm going to speed it up a bit now because it's just going to be a bit of a clean up from here, I think. And here is the finding.
And with a simple strategy, you may not have that finishing blow.
Yeah.
That saved me on ladder a lot, where I got cheesed to death, but they can't handle, my floating factory or my ninja base. They just don't know they never coded that far ahead.
So very quick, fun first game there for Swarmbot. It's got some nice cheese.
Yeah.
So let's see what he's got for game 2. See if he's got any more fun cheese for us. I think this could be a quick series. Either way, it doesn't matter which way it goes, it's going to be quick.
Yeah, I think anytime you're proxying units across the map, you should never have it so that they come home to defend. Once you commit to the proxy, just fully commit. It doesn't matter if you're dying at home, just send them in on the offense and hope for the best.
What do you got to lose at that point? But yes, so give me a shout when you're good to go.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Cool, going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So Swarmbot says, poor little Protoss. Oh, yes, up in top left. Sharpened Edge, 1-0 down. Looking to hold some fairly shot cheese. And then the bottom right, the cheese god himself, it is Swarmbot. So, just to the thought here, I mean, has Swarmbot found a cheese that's almost uncounterable by our bots? Because remember, there are no more updates in this tournament. Like, if the bots can't hold this cheese, it might look really good for Swarmbot.
Yeah. Ravagers are pretty good versus Zealots. Actually, surprisingly not as good as Roaches, even though they're an upgrade to the Roach. But slow Zealots against a bot that has micro is pretty bad across the board. We'll have to see what we're facing this time.
Oh my god. That's the proxy of all proxies. That is not a proxy. That's just like a build it right next to your main proxy. Like, he is not trying to hold it. He's just being balls deep on this one. That's that's crazy.
Okay, cornering out the zealots. That's good news.
Yeah.
He's not waiting for a stalker or something like that, which is not advised when you got a proxy hatchery in your base.
Yeah, I
Second
think
gateway's down, so this is not a bad spot for Sharpened Edge. He has only the one gas geyser, so his stalker production is going to be limited.
I think Zealots are
Oh
probably
wow!
better in this situation anyway. Oh,
Here comes the boys.
oh God! Oh, Swarmbot, you are amazing. I love this.
Zealot is not out in time to fill that gap.
And he's just going to get the he's going to
Going
get
for
the
the
pylon.
pylon too.
Oh,
Yeah,
if he
he's
gets
got to pull his
pylon-
workers now, or this is absolutely over.
Yeah, if he gets his pylon, there's no way of holding this, surely.
It was a distraction hatchery.
Oh, there he goes. Wow.
Not even losing a single Zergling to that Zealot too. They're kind of like pull back between hits, so it dispersed the damage.
Oh, now he's pulling the boys, but that's not going to be. That's going to be too late, surely.
Yeah, and they're attacking the hatchery instead of the Lings too. Not supporting that
no.
Zealot.
I did say this was probably going to be a quick series.
Yeah, that was just a slaughter.
Swarmbot is amazing. I love this.
Living up to his name.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm making nothing but Lings. Is that enough swarm? No, that's not enough swarm. Let's bring the drones too.
So yeah, only 2 army supply. Where's his 2 army supply? Oh, that's in the adept that's making. So yeah, there's nothing here. GG Swarmbot. I'll fast forward this to let the Lings kill everything. Oh, that's a scary, scary build.
Yeah, and it's legit. I mean, 12 pool drone pull, you'll see pro players pull that out every once in a while. Even you pull up a little bit of resources. If it's a ZVZ, you pull up a little bit of resources and build spines in your opponent's base with the drones that you pulled.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you need some you need some creeps for that. So you probably need your either your hatchery to finish, or you need to be against another Zerg, I guess. So yeah, it's
yeah, it'd have to be a ZVZ.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely a strong tactic.
Impressive.
I think Scarlet used it once, didn't she? Against who was it? One of the Koreans.
Yeah, she's used it.
Yeah,
she 2-0'd Rogue, and Rogue is like one of the top 2 Zerg players in the entire world.
Yeah,
and Scarlet's great, but yeah, beating one of the top 2 in a 2-0
it's crazy,
is pretty amazing.
Anyway,
gotta give a little bit of credit to No Regret for that as well, who was a very cheesy Zerg who was helping Scarlet practice at the time.
It's always good to see a cheesy Zerg. Anyway, let's have a look at game 3, shall we?
Yeah, I'm up there. I'm ready.
Cool.
This is like maybe the best Protoss bot. Will it get 3-0'd by Swarmbot?
Yeah, definitely.
I never know.
All right, ready to go?
I guess we'll know.
And 3, 2, 1, go. Do you want to do it first? Do you want to do intros?
He's saying that the hatchery was the one that broke the gatekeeper. So there's supposed to be a zealot in the wall there. But
oh, okay. So yeah.
The hatchery became the idiot magnet.
So again, the drone going across the map, taking with it an offering of minerals this time.
Yes.
Like just to appease the Protoss gods. So I think
be permanently embedded inside the hatchery, which is almost certainly going to be going up on the other side of the map.
So I think the tactic this one might be Dark Edge wants to wall off at its own main rather than its natural. Is that what caused the hatchery to be built outside the first time? Or oh god, it's going directly in. There's no stopping it. Oh, get something there to stop it. Oh, there we go. No.
Uh-oh.
Did you use the knife for that
Uh-oh.
cheese?
Okay, there it
No,
goes.
thank you. I'll use brute force. I love the chat from this spot. It's brilliant. Okay, so
Awesome.
double gateway.
Which is a little bit of a giveaway there that Stormbot has seen this build before and
Yeah,
against Sharpened Edge. The fact that he's coded in a chat response.
yeah, that's a good sign. So
But 2 gateways and a cyber core. I mean, this is a really good spot for Sharpened Edge. If you were going to be able to hold this, you got the right tools.
I mean, I'd prefer him to just pull all the workers right now and just get that hatchery down. But
So here comes the drones and the lings. I wonder if the drones are on a mineral walk-in, but it doesn't matter because the idiot magnet has succeeded once again. The zealot is not blocking the wall.
Of course.
And I think he might get a better timing with the drone pull, the worker pull this time with the zealot. Yeah, here comes the workers, but they're getting distracted by the hatchery.
So
this hatchery is doing so much work.
So what I would say is that there is another pylon out. So this pylon is not the end of the world if it goes down. So
for one gateway, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we've got one adept coming out. Right. But if he can just take out all these zerglings, which it looks like the zerglings have gone down.
Yeah, and the adept is much more powerful than the zealot in this situation.
Yeah.
Sharpened Edge, I believe, if it's anything like the Harvester, has some pretty good adept shade micro as well.
But did you see how close that adept was to coming out, and it got taken down by the pylon?
Oh
and that's it.
Goodness, you're right.
No! If that adept
it's at 30 of 30.
Oh god.
The timer says 30 of 30.
Oh, that poor adept.
I don't think it would have been enough anyways. Even if he cleaned this up, he would have lost all of his workers in the process.
Yeah, and there's 12 workers across the road for Swarmbot left.
But another victory for the proxy hatch.
Wow.
Not only pulling the zealot out of the wall, but when he pulled all of his probes to attack with the zealot, the probes all got stuck in the back, moving against the hatchery.
Yeah.
Probes fighting with the zealot can kill a lot of zerglings.
Oh, definitely. So I'm gonna fast forward this now. Dishwashers don't really like blunt knives, apparently. So. Wow, Swarmbot! Congratulations, you are a semi-finalist.
Yeah.
That's I think you've got to call that a big upset. Like Swarmbot,
sure.
a new bot this season, literally came on the ladder just in time to qualify for the tournament, and is now in the semi-finals. Congratulations!
Aggression is way in fashion again in the bot world. For a long time, it was like all these macro bots, like just kind of dominating, and all of a sudden we got Swarm bot, we got 4-gate bot, we got all the builds out of Fidelina with Dominion Dog and Cylon Dog and all those bots he has.
Yeah.
A lot of aggressive one-base shenanigans nowadays.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really good. And I think for Sharpened Edge, I mean, it just like unlucky to run up against that sort of cheese, I guess, or did it really just not plan for it? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
well, I think Swarmbot definitely planned for it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, Swarmbot is into our semi-final, and it will play in the semi-final the winner of our next match, which is Micro Machine against Mad AI. And I think we were talking earlier that we kind of know what to expect out of this one. Madbot hasn't really been updated in a while. Micro Machine is our reigning 3-times champion. So it's pretty much a David against Goliath battle here. What do you think the chances are for Mad AI?
Well, I don't know. Micro Machine for a while was struggling against 4-gate bot. So maybe he made some changes to deal with Scarlet's bot that will negatively affect him against Mad AI. I also have, I believe, a vague memory of a time where Mad AI used to beat Micro Machine. Used to be able to handle the Proxy Marauder rush. So if he faces Proxy Marauders, maybe he has a chance. But outside of these two situations, this should be a cakewalk for Micro Machine. Let's see if I can jinx him.
We try it. Well, we have seen enough recently on the AI Arena weekly stream of Micro Machine losing. So it can be done, guys. But
It does happen.
Let's be realistic about the task here. Micro Machine has won our last 3 tournaments. He is undoubtedly the favourite for this tournament, I think you'd say. So Mad AI has his work cut out for him, but let's get it up. I'm ready to go with game 1 when you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Do you want to do the intros to this one?
Sure. In the top right, we have the clear underdog. It is a red Protoss. It is Mad AI. And in the bottom left, we have the multi-time champion, the 95% win rates. We have Micro Machine.
Yeah, I mean, every time we see this bot, we have to say it's crazy how much this has won through all different challenges, and every bot that comes on the ladder, even your drone drilling bot, it stayed at number 1, which
I
was
mean,
really,
but that also puts the target on his head, as we've seen
yeah,
in like pro bots and whatnot. People aren't trying to beat Mad AI, trying to like get that one build that can beat Mad AI, but everyone's trying to get that one build that can beat Micro Machine.
yeah.
Um,
You've had
which
a few
strangely enough
yourself,
just
so
makes Micro Machine stronger. You
yeah,
find a weakness, so then he fills the hole, and now you got an even stronger version of Micro Machine.
yeah. That's always the way. But no, it's made by Raf and Unusual. They put an awful lot of work into this, and it's crazy how quickly they can fix any weaknesses they see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost any time you find the build that beats it, it's winning again the next week on the ladder. So yeah, Raf being 2 authors helps a lot too. I guess it does.
It looks like the pro blocked the natural right at the right moment, and it forced Micro Machine to build his command center in his main base.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Because I don't think he's meant to put that CC shouldn't be there by design. I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Slowing down the macro a little bit, however,
So,
yeah, and that'll be helpful for Mad AI because he's going for a 2-base attack himself.
yeah, 2-base robo chosen. So about Mad AI, he doesn't actually choose a build order until about 2 minutes into the game, and he basically scouts his opponent's main and uses a learning algorithm to choose his own build order, which is quite clever and has made him a very strong bot.
Yeah, so he has some set builds, and then it is chosen by
Yeah.
through machine learning. I think one of the very first bots to use machine learning on the ladder,
Yeah.
if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think.
that's before my time, but if I heard correctly, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think so. There was another bot. I can't remember the name of it that done it before that, but it was a different algorithm. And obviously, we've had Harvester since then that's taken it to a whole new level. So
There's quite a few now too. There's like these Nickbot learns.
yes,
Are quite good. He actually chooses which units to build based on machine learning.
yeah. So we've got quite a few coming out. This Reaper is doing a fair amount of work. I'm not sure it's actually got many kills so far, but it's certainly cost a lot of wasted mining time.
Yeah, well, 3 kills is definitely very good. Now, sometimes Micro Machines Reaper can just straight out win the game, so at least he's not dead. But 3 kills for a Reaper is very good against a Protoss. For that Reaper timing, you'd expect to see 0 kills. So
yeah,
that's just Micro Machine for you, though.
Yeah, Micro Machine can do the things that you never expect.
Yeah, so meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Micro Machine has floated that command center to his natural. Lost some time and some resources in floating it over, but he's back where he's needing to be. Looking like he's going Tank Marauder, which would just be devastating to a Stalker heavy push.
Yeah.
But if this is like Zealot Immortal, I could see this going well for Mad AI.
I mean, he is starting to bring out some Immortals now, so Immortals are...
And will that Reaper survive? Oh, it even gets another kill.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
What are these sentries doing just standing there? Like, you could do that extra little bit of DPS.
There's a Stalker on the high ground too.
They don't do much DPS, these sentries, but,
He's actually healing up. He hasn't even been touched by this dumb Zealot.
Oh, come
there
on.
we go. Finally getting a hit.
Just
I
like
guess the sentries don't need force fields to be a wall. They're just like the
yeah, it's like
standing
screw it.
there wall for the Reaper.
No, no, just come on, guys. Just help these zealots out. I wonder if they're standing
Oh,
applauding.
zealot kill. That's actually going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Because this is a two
And
base
he's gonna get
attack.
another
Every
one.
zealot
He's
matters.
gonna get two. He's gonna get two zealot kills, surely. Oh, no, not quite. Oh, what's this stalker doing? They're just. Oh. I wonder if this Reaper can just win the game by itself. Like. Cool.
I've always said in the bot community, slow zealots shouldn't even take out their side blades. Because
Yeah.
they just never even get us to swing those things.
Oh. But at least they're getting
Taking
lots of
hit points off these
exercise.
zealots, possibly getting another kill.
I think it's going to get one, yeah.
But the Marauders are actually pushing in now. Going up a ramp into an Immortal is not advised.
No. There's a couple of tanks there, which should help matters, but those sentries are not going to be best used down there. Sentries fighting
Yeah, it's
alone.
just kind of lacking army in general. Two Immortals are going to get dragged down the ramp. The siege tanks are up now. Nice focus fire out of the Marauders. Taking down one
Yeah.
Immortal at a time. And the Reaper's still alive.
Oh no!
He's at 6 kills and probably 10 times that many
Yeah.
damage done.
So this Reaper's going back in. Like, I think we need a name and a medal for this Reaper now. It's yeah. I think that is pretty much GG at the moment. There's another mortal coming down. But again, I don't think this Immortal's going to get something done. And Cyclones are pretty good against Immortals in bot world as well.
Yeah, and just having less Immortals than he could have because of the sentries that were built.
Yeah.
I feel like as a bot author, you probably shouldn't make sentries. Maybe one for a Guardian Shield. But unless you coded some advanced force field usage, making sentries just for hallucinations I don't think is worth.
I don't know, it can be quite good to gain information, but also like
Good, but not good for 100 gas. There's better ways to spend 100 gas, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hallucinate Phoenix for scouting. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But those hallucinate Archons he's putting into the fight, I don't think are so useful.
No.
The Reaper's still going ham, just took out a Stalker, I think.
Oh. Right, I'm going to call this one over, unless you have any objection.
I'm already fast forwarding.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all. Micro Machine will take a 1-0 lead. I think we call that Hero Reaper. Is that the same Reaper there? Yeah, I think that's the same Reaper just there at the end. Nice work, guys. So yeah, right. Okay, let's have a look at game 2. This time on Nightshade. Nightshade, Lightshade. The opposite one to Nightshade. Is Nightshade and Lightshade opposite? I guess so.
So you want to go double negative?
Yeah. Who knows? Anyway, ready to go when you are?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Up in the top left. It is the lone remaining Protoss in this tournament. It is Mad AI. And down in the bottom right, it's looking to maintain his winning record in this tournament. It is Micro Machine.
Is Mad AI really the last Protoss? That's interesting.
I think so, yeah.
So after the group stage, how many bots were we down to?
Oh
8?
no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I am. There's still additional pylons. Why do I forget about additional pylons? I don't know. No, not.
He is one to look out for.
Yeah, definitely.
I noticed he took a game off Micro Machine recently. I saw he took a game off of Dominion Dog recently. So
yeah,
with the right luck, he can get a major upset, I think.
Yeah, and he's been updated fairly regularly these days, so I shouldn't really forget about him.
I'm
So
kind of sad about the kind of like the one bot per author rule that most tournaments have, because Mind Me actually has two very unique bots and both very powerful in their different ways.
yeah,
He has a machine learning bot that does a cannon zealot rush that gives a lot of trouble to a lot of people and is progressively getting better.
yeah,
And then additional pylon is just like a very stable, well-rounded macro Protoss bot.
yeah. No, I think like in a tournament like this, it's problematic because if you get sort of like two of the same author in the same group, it's it's obviously that they're
Yeah.
guaranteed to progress, and it's something that we've actually struggled a lot with, but we came down to it so that authors can have as many bots as they like on the ladder, but when it comes to tournaments, it's probably best
Mm-hmm.
to have just one bot per author.
Yeah, I understand. It makes sense, but it's just these are two
Yeah,
bots I would love to see
yeah,
in a tournament, and because of they're from the same author, now it's only ever possible to see one of them.
yeah. That's good though.
Um,
So a rush defend build order. So I think he assumes that Micro Machine is going to rush him somehow, um, but we know that that's not really the case.
well, he does push out with tanks and marauders at some point, but it's a two
Yeah,
base attack. Assuming we're seeing a similar build,
yeah,
I don't think walling off your ramp with shield batteries is going to do anything against siege tanks. However,
no,
but if I recall correctly, I think what Mad AI likes to do is just kind of turtle on his one base, try to stay alive, and then at the same time, his offense is he sends some DTs across the map.
yeah.
So maybe he can catch Micro Machine unprepared for
That
that.
yeah, that could be quite
I know Micro
interesting.
Machine doesn't scan. He just is something his bot doesn't
Yeah,
do. Maybe against Bro Roaches it scans now, but I've never seen him scan against DT before. I could be
um,
incorrect, but
I guess if he's brought that in for borrowed roaches, it makes sense that he would also do that um, for DTs, but I'm not sure.
maybe. I think he's always gotten by with just getting out a Raven in time.
Yeah,
So he may have not prepared for that. I know what he coded for Bro Roaches was very specific to Bro Roaches. It was like remembering all the locations where they're burrowed and then putting a nice scan right in the middle of those locations.
yeah,
So it was really, I think Spiny tore him apart one season with a
yeah.
Bro Roach rush. So
That
that's
was
what
in
brought
the
it out.
that was in the Probots tournament, wasn't it? But
Yeah,
he
I believe
just
so. A
scored him
couple
three
seasons
times
ago.
in a row. Yeah, that was I remember that. It was a brilliant match. But yeah, we have the cannon now pretty much protecting that Reaper jump up location.
Yeah, at least at a minimum, the Reaper's not going to single handedly win the game again.
Yeah,
We know that much.
I mean this time it hasn't even got a single kill. Poor thing.
So we have the Dark Shrine almost done. If we look at what
Yeah,
Micro
it's
Machine has
coming
out on
down
the other
there.
side of the map, we do have a Tech Lab starport coming up. So
It's possibly going to be Ravens coming out of there.
he didn't scout the Twilight Council. Well, he did. Sorry, he did scout the Twilight Council. He didn't scout the Dark Shrine,
Yeah,
but he Tech Labbed a starport anyways. So he's going to be
yeah,
ready to build a Raven, that's for sure. First TT is getting
yeah.
warped in, and they're heading across the map. Reaper will not catch sight of them.
No,
So bots are great at seeing the little fizzle on the map. They know it's where a DT is walking immediately, but they still have to see the DT.
yeah. I don't think there's any way of scouting this, but it looks like yep, they just scout them with the marauders coming across. So
Yeah.
he knows.
And one DT is continuing along, so that's good. Trying to get in there. The door was closed on him though. But he's going to get a few worker kills, I believe.
He's going to get a few from the bottom at least.
The bunker mining is actually dodging some of the swipes from the
Yes. Although he's
DT.
going to take that bunker out. There is a missile turret coming down there.
Yeah, and he completely held the push on the other side with the two
Yeah.
remaining DTs and some zealots. So he's alive, but now his DTs are dead. He's still on one base.
He's a long way
But he's
behind
pushing
on
out. This is what
economy.
you got to do in this situation. You got a little bit of damage done. You survived to the push. Now you gotta go for the kill because you're down a base.
Yeah.
This cloak banshee has no response besides waiting for the cloak to go away.
Yeah, so I think he's still got more orders coming across now. Yeah, he's going to try and push out, but yeah, I don't
Sorry, I was a
see.
little bit ahead of you there. Backed up in time.
Yeah, he's going to try and push out with these cyclones here, but no. There's a Raven out now, so DTs aren't really going to do anything for him.
Yeah, but the DTs have already served their purpose, and they're not getting made anymore, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the push out. Finally caught up to where I was. I was talking about, like, he has to make this response, and he's doing so, denying the third, getting a cancel. Zelt's getting in on top of the siege tank.
Yes, that's good.
And he's going to be pushing into the net.
This is actually looking good for Bad AI, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get a lot of work down here because he's on one base, but he's getting some. He's getting some worker kills. Eventually, this Banshee's going to run out of cloak, and maybe... Oh, no, there's 2 more Banshees.
2 more Banshees coming in, so that's going to be the end of the push, I think.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he leaves Micro Machine with 50 workers, which is absolutely plenty for 2 base economy. More than enough.
Yeah.
So he's going to be stuck on half the economy, and his one advantage of the army size is now gone.
And Micro Machine's now getting a third up as well. But that's not going to stop Mad AI. He's going to keep pushing in.
Building his turret in a way that blocks that mineral patch. So frustrating finding the right turret position. No matter where you put it, you seem to be blocking something.
Yeah, see, I'd prefer it maybe behind there. Would be a better option, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if you want good coverage with one turret, you kind of have to put it in the mineral line. You just gotta find very specific spots to put it to not interrupt mining.
Yeah.
Mad AI doing one more desperate attempt, forcing the SCVs to pull, getting a few worker kills in the process, but here come the 4 Banshees back to clean up.
It's not going to be enough
left of those stalkers.
I don't think. And also, Mad AI has probably not got much mining left at home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with just 5
down
mineral
to
patches.
6 patches, about to be 4 patches.
Yeah. And a 4th base now coming out from Micro Machine.
Yeah, so we got half a base left out of Mad AI. Now he's down to 4 patches. And yeah.
Oh, this is not going to
We can watch stalkers die for a while, but this game is over.
I think this little push out with the Banshees is probably going to end it effectively.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting, actually. I don't think I've seen this out of Micro Machine before. It could be that the Banshees are a defensive measure, something to try to keep himself alive, and then once he's like done with the defense, he's like, okay, now you can turn into harass Banshees. Yeah. So instead of the normal 1 harass Banshee, we got 5 harass Banshees going on here.
Alright. We've just... I think this is the last of the units from Mad AI here. If these goes down, which it looks like it is, with just 4 workers and 2 army, I think it's time to speed up this game. So Micro Machine will take a 2-0 lead, unless those cannons can finish the game by themselves.
Interesting game though. Mad AI had his chances. He got some work done with his 3 DTs because he's able to clean out the push and do some worker harass. And then he pushed out immediately afterwards and got fairly deep. Not deep enough to get back into the game, but you know, pretty close.
And he done a lot of damage. I think he took out a good 10-15 SCVs while he was down there. So
denied the third, a minimum shut down the mining at the natural for a while.
Yeah.
The Banshees were kind of the hero there, though. Nothing to deal with them.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Okay, let's have a look at game 3 on Submarine. Submarine is the smallest map we have in the map pool. So if Mad AI can pull off some nice little early cheese, maybe it might offer the best chance to give him a win.
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Check. Okay. Going in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Do you want to do intros?
Sure. In the bottom right, and we are an ace match now. Hey, you must win. We have the red Protoss. It is Mad AI. And in the top left, trying to keep his perfect win record alive. Nope, I lied. He does not have a perfect win record, but trying to seal up a perfect win record for this series at least. We have the blue Terran. It is Micro Machine.
Yeah. He did drop a game, I believe, to additional pylons last week, which I'm sure he'll be mightily annoyed about, but can't win them all, hey? Even though he makes a good attempt.
Yeah,
So,
Micro Machine losing one game is the equivalent to one of our bots getting knocked out of a tournament.
Yeah.
The very next day, Raph is like, I can't believe I lost. I got to work on this immediately and fix it up.
I think if anyone ever watches the AI Arena weekly streams we do, we always feature a game where Micro Machine loses. It's pretty much traditional, just to prove it can happen.
Although we may have to like cancel that stream some weeks because there's probably going to be a week where Micro Machine doesn't lose a single game.
I don't know. I think there'll always be one or two. He's not perfect.
No, certainly not.
So,
And the thing is, since he's always updating his bot, that means he's always producing bugs as well.
yeah.
Like any good developer does.
Yeah, I think any developer, whether it's good or bad, they'll always produce bugs.
So, 3 games in a row, Mad AI is forced to high ground command center with his little annoying probe.
Yeah.
Little victories.
So a 4-gate proxy build order chosen. Perfect build order for this map, I think.
No. First map was a two gate robo, or sorry,
Yeah.
2 base robo attack. So
Yeah.
this is a new build, which is good.
Yeah. So it's going to be 4 gates apparently, although we've only seen one of them so far. Oh no, a few more coming down.
Yeah, you really only need 2 gates at the opening. You only need the next 2 in time for warp gate.
Yeah.
The original 2 gateways can spend all your money. Yeah, this isn't the most optimal build order. Unfortunately, Micro Machine, I think, has gotten good enough to beat Scarlet's 4-gate bot. And Scarlet's 4-gate bot is much more refined than Mad AI. And it even has, like, cheatsy mining, where Scarlet's found a way to mine faster than just letting your workers mine on their own.
Yeah, that's a really interesting adaptation. Like, I guess it just throws them to the nearest free mineral patch, or is there any specific adaptations they've done on that?
Oh, it's even better than that. So it's not just keeping 2 on each patch. It's keeping your, like, if you watch a single worker, you'll see it decelerates right before it arrives at the patch or arrives at the nexus. And Scarlet found a way to prevent that from happening, which basically means your worker's mining about 5% faster. And 5% more income is pretty massive.
That's quite a lot, yeah.
Now, the way she's done it's not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not something you can use in a macro game, we'll put it that way, because her APM goes like way beyond like the limits to just to pull that off. Like 40,000 APM on one base, so multiply that by each base and you'll start getting that bug you can get for too high of an APM.
Yeah. Now, I would say though that the way she's done it might not be the most efficient, so there might be a way you can do it with kind of like a fraction of the APM that she has. But the actual method of doing it is really clever. So if anyone wants to refine it, then
I actually don't even know how she got her APM that high. I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, if you give every single unit you have in a command every single frame, you still wouldn't reach that APM number.
Yeah.
So how is this even happening? Giving each unit like multiple commands every frame? It must be.
Yeah, that sort of thing can't be efficient. So I think we see the attack in here, but there's that tank on the high ground that's going to make this very difficult for Mad AI.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to shoot the tank, I think.
Oh no. Yeah, so it needs to just get out of range of this tank.
I'm not sure if he's trying to go up the ramp or the tank becomes visible when he fires. So he might be that every time he fires, he tries to shoot the tank, but he can't because it's on the high ground.
Yeah, he needs to get some high ground vision up there. But now he's unsieging the tank, which might not be the best way, but...
Well, he's unsieging because he won.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't need to be
enough.
sieged up here anymore. I just crushed his attack. So I like the strategy choice of Mad AI. It's something different than what he lost from. It's something that could possibly work. But the execution, unfortunately, with that high ground siege tank, not so good. It reminds me of when Benbot BC beat Fidelina and Probots. He just had like this high ground tank that just rained down hell from for like the entire attack, cleaned up everything Fidelina had.
Yeah, that was a fun game. But it does look like this attack is pretty much over now from Mad AI.
He slows out once again, showing that their blades are rusty and it doesn't matter.
It's like, why bother, guys?
Especially against concussive shell and kiting. Good luck ever getting an attack range.
That's not going to work against Micro Machine. Oh, didn't even get a chance to warp in properly. Yeah. So this position is going to be well and truly broken. And now... Oh, we have a Reaper still over here. Only one kill though.
Mad AI killed a Reaper this game. I think for that alone, we should grant him the victory.
Yeah, definitely. So that's 3 games to Mad AI, and Micro Machine forfeits this game. Sorry, guys. No, we can't. So that's GG, I think. I don't think there's any way Micro Machine holds this.
There was a fun handicap we had against Micro Machine in one of the Probots tournaments. He uploaded a bug where if he ever did his bunker mining, he would crash. So you just had to survive long enough for him to expand to one of those bases that had 2 Vespene geysers beside each other.
Even that's a challenge.
And of course, even with the handicap, I think he still 2-0'd his opponent.
Yeah. Oh.
It was interesting.
That would have been
2-1'd him, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Concussive Shell Marauders versus Probes. That's just painful.
That's just pain. Right, I'm going to shorten the agony for Mad AI here. And fast forward this, guys. So that's it. Congratulations to Micro Machine. Mad AI, we're sad to lose you, but it's been a good run. So
Mad AI giving us a diverse set of strategies. All of them having some little bit of a chance if executed perfectly. So, but you know, can't say anything bad about Mad AI. You lose to Micro Machine, there's no shame.
Yeah, it's one of the best bots, and you know, getting drawn up against Micro Machine is a pretty unlucky. Well, I guess you've got to find him play him at some point.
Yep.
Unless you get someone else to take him out.
I think Mad AI's Zealots have officially gone on strike. If breaking news, they will not be reporting to those gateways ever again.
Oh, poor things. Yeah, never mind. Right, let's just take a quick look at the bracket now. Give me one sec, guys. I apologize. So yeah, there we have it, and so you can see advancing to the semi-final, which will take place next Saturday, is Swarmbot and Micro Machine. That is gonna be a fun semi.
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, the way you beat Micro Machine is you just cheese him. You pick some random cheese he hasn't prepared for, and you cross your fingers and hope for the best. And Swarmbot is random cheese. I mean, that's what that bot is. So he's got a good shot. Can we check out bracket once more? Let's take a look and see what's going on the other side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, give me one sec. I'll just put that up again. Yeah, so the other side is Spiny and Strelok and Dominion Dog and additional pylons. So that's coming up tomorrow. I think
Cool.
additional pylons always bring something to the table, but I think you'd probably make Dominion Dog slight favourite there. And again,
Yeah.
Strelok versus Spiny is going to be a great quarterfinal. I don't know who to favour in that one really. I think
Yeah, I think Spiny does pretty well versus Straylock, but Straylock is, consistently a top 10 bot.
yeah,
Definitely within striking range of Spiny.
yeah,
Dominion Dog is probably a clear favorite over additional pylons, but like I've said, I've seen additional
yeah.
pylons take a game off him recently. So
Always pulls out something fun.
yeah,
So yeah,
there's certain bots I think have no chance of winning this tournament. Additional pylons is not one of them. He can
yeah,
beat any
yeah.
of the top bots. He
Oh,
just needs
definitely.
like the right games at the right time.
If he gets the right draw and can get through, then it's always possible.
Hmm.
I I'm quite excited for Swarmbot now after seeing that cheese. I think, like, given that there's no more updates left in this tournament, like all the bots have submitted their last updates, like if they haven't prepared for that, there is that chance. But
Yeah, and I think there's some issue with compiling. Like he's a C++ bot, and there's some issue with getting him compiled for AI Arena. So I don't even believe he's
yeah,
on AI Arena right now,
no,
which means he might be completely off the radar of RAF and Unusual. Maybe they haven't even seen the games between Micro
yeah,
Machine and Swarmbot, and maybe they
possible.
can maybe they can be surprised when they do happen.
There's been a few on the SC2AI ladder, I believe, but obviously I think Swarmbot has been updated quite a lot since then. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, that's all we've got for tonight. So
Yeah,
thank you very much for joining us and passing your expert analysis. It's been great having you,
yeah, no problem.
as always, and hopefully having you back next week at some point if you're around.
Yeah. So
Cool.
next series will be when?
So tomorrow is going to be Spiny Strelok and Dominion Dog additional pylons, and then we're going to have the semi-finals. I believe we're going to have Polymorphic on tomorrow night, so it's going to be great to have him. But I think we'll have you back on probably for the final if you're up for it.
Yeah. If I'm not casting, I'll be watching, so I'll be here either way.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks everyone else for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Catch you
All right.
later.
Have a good one, guys.